for ourselves at the end of the game, but I don't think the score was the true reflection. I thought we dominated for long spells, but the key, or what I asked the players more today was to get 3 points. I was comfortable with 3 points to put it back at the top of the table. It's done that, and it's now back in our own hands.
I thought the first hour in particular, I thought Stranraer were superb.
They were great. We asked them to start the game at a tempo, that we were hopeful that Stenhousemuir would struggle with. I thought that was the case. I thought the tempo the first half and it was great. Deserved to end 2-0 up. You're thinking the third goal kills games off, but in this league you just never know what happens. We've seen it week in, week out. Teams trailing with minutes to go and they fling after them. Disappointed the goals we lost. I told them that they wasn't happy with that. But as I said, this stage of the season and where we're at, it's about 3 points. And we're back at the top league, and that's the most important thing.
You said it's back in your own hands. Obviously, next week, big massive game. Every game massive now winning, but you were looking for a big support to boot for this one, weren't you?
Yeah, it was kicking off at 5:30 between us and Morton. We know what we need to do, and the results can maybe go in our favour. It might not, but with 2 games to go, we're sitting top. And after last week's disappointment, certain people would question us. Our own supporters did. Some of our own staff might have questioned us, and that was us flung it away. But that group of players in there, I knew there was still a big game left in them. And you take a lot of credit for that, because last week everybody doubted us, saying that was us finished, and they've come back strong again. So I'm delighted for them now, and it'll shut a few people up.
And you will be looking for the backing of the fans next week when you want a big turnout.
Yeah, and I'm sure we will. The support have been great for us. Yeah, when they came out in their numbers, maybe not the biggest supported team, but they certainly made themselves vocal. And they're even right behind us. They're there today. I'm sure next week will be a big game. I'm sure Morton will bring a big support down. Because they're still lost the right in the mix as well. So it's been an interesting season. It's been very competitive. But with 2 games to go, we're up the top.
How important would it be to get into the Championship for Stranraer?
Well, I think if we could do it, that's obviously a 3's a challenge for it. It would be remarkable, because a team that was probably tipped at the start of the season, let's be honest about it, nobody thought it would be what they were challenging. Everybody thought Morton and Dunfermline would run away with it. I certainly thought Dunfermline would be the ones to beat. And we've come a long way. There's some earlier players every week. We don't get mentioned. If everything's focused always in Forfar, it's always in Morton, it's always in Dunfermline. Because they side of the club, people just leave us aside, and they take a lot of credit for that, because we've come a long way. And for 34 games we'll be magnificent, and we just asked for now for the supporters, the players, one final push, and that can maybe get us over the line.
And, sorry, to lose the 2 goals in the second half, was that a big disappointment to you?
It was, and I let the players know that there. And they're probably thinking I'm hard on them, because I wasn't happy losing the goals, because you never know it could come down to the goal difference. And we shipped 2 goals away. From that point of view, poor goals, and you can't afford to do that. It puts you minutes to go right in the back foot. Anything can happen there at the end, and it'd be a travesty for me if we never won that game, because I thought for 60 minutes we're that far ahead that we stood the game out of sight. But as I said, this league just flings up results week in, week out. And credit Stenhousemuir, they're down there fighting for their lives, and it quite easily falling telling at 3-0, but they kept going. And they got the goal and gave them a lift. And we're just grateful the final whistle came when it did.
How do you prepare your boys for next week?
Well, we said to them there, I said we'll go back in this week, we'll train what we'll do every week. We'll be in Tuesday, we'll work hard again. We'll do the same on Thursday, and we'll get ready for next week. It's another game. Maybe we'll just look at the Morton game's next game. It's now the biggest game, because it always is. Next game's always the biggest game. And because it kicked off late, we know at 5:30 what has to happen. And we could be sitting in a position next week, if results go your way, you win the league. So there's a lot at stake, but we're just grateful we're now back in our hands, because last week we losing the game was out of our hands. So it's now back in our hands, and if we can win the next 2 games, this will probably be the biggest achievement that I've known, because a group of players that's week in, week out get knocked and don't get credit deserved. Then it would be nice if we could do it.
So yeah, it's been a feature this season that each time Stranraer lost a game, you've got the reaction that you wanted with bouncing back to win the following game. That must please you.
It is, and that's just in the pure spirit of what that dressing room, because they boys never give in. I've said it all along. They boys are fearless. They get in every game and know they can win it. You do get setbacks in football. Telling a team that doesn't lose games of football. But last week we lost a game of football. I thought it was a death in the family. Like I said, I'm not joking. And that's the way it felt with some people. And I thought it was strange why we've lost 1 game. There's a bit of doom and gloom about the place. So, but the players picked ourselves back up. I knew they would have, and I'm sure a few people later was.
I thought the midfield in particular today were superb. Like you say, Sean Winter maybe got a bit of flack last weekend. I thought he was brilliant. Stephen Sterling came in, it's his first start in a wee while again. was fantastic.
Yeah, we changed it around a wee bit. You know, we've got a big squad in terms of numbers in that area of the park. It's not maybe the biggest in personnel, but we certainly seem to have a lot of players in the middle of the park that can go and play. You know, we've had Stephen Bell, Chris Aitken, Dan Gallagher suspended. You know, and Stephen Stirling's come in. He's really unfortunate. I mean, Stephen Stirling, technically gifted, probably one of the best players we've got in the team, you know, but he's just found it difficult to get in because the team's been doing that well, and that's credit to the guys that hold the jersey. But I just thought today, to freshen it up, to give us that wee lift, a wee boost, was the right thing to do, and certainly for the first hour it looked like a great thing, but you thought it was 10 minutes ago, maybe it wasn't. So but as I said, at this stage in the season for me, when you get to 2 games to go and every team just got points, it's 3 points that matter, and we got that.
You're in a driving seat, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Put yourself where you want to be.
Exactly. I'm sure there'll be 2 games to go. Every team will like to be at the top of the league in their own hands, and that's all we can ask for. If we can finish it off, we'll need to wait to 8:15 next week to see that off. But certainly, being in our hands will make it a good weekend.
Good luck.
Close to the draw in the end. Yeah. I think we're not under illusions over the piece of the game. Stranraer were a better team. And you know, particularly the first half, I felt as though they dominated us, and we were lucky at that point to be 2-0 down at half time. So we had to make a real change of shape and different personnel. And you know, when the third goal goes in, you're obviously worried that they might go into to take more. But there was a good reaction from the players, and we got ourselves back into the game. But too little, too late. But you know, I was just laughing. I was not laughing.
You're too little, too late. Was that down to a poor performance in the first half?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. We gave Stranraer. Well, they were good. They were really good in the first half, but we didn't compete well enough. And they obviously get their tails in front and they go ahead, further ahead, and they nearly put the game to bed. But the qualities that we showed in the last part of the game were at the times it was required. But the first part of the game, the first sort of 55 minutes of the game.
I thought the high balls were just only working for the boys at the time. Like,
there was
going into the penalty area.
There was no cohesion in the first half.
No.
You know, the type of player that we're trying to play and the type of player that we've shown over recent weeks, there was no cohesion in that at all. I think I'll bet that was down to Stranraer and the way they went about their business, but we didn't step up as a unit and as a team well enough. And as I said, once we made the changes, it gave us a better foothold in the game. It made the game a bit more frantic, and that got us back into the game and nearly came away with a draw. And there was points you're thinking we could come away with a draw at that to the end of the game, but the strange thing is we come in after 2 defeats and we've jumped a place. After last week and this week, now we jumped a place. I don't know if we want to give it there or they want to give it to us, but the fact is we've came out of 2 really difficult fixtures, away to Morton, away to Stranraer, and we find ourselves up a place in the division. So I've said that to the players. I told them exactly that. I said they've got to believe that the quality that they've shown in the last 25 minutes and then obviously last week in the first 75 minutes and times before, if we do that on a consistent basis, I believe we'll stay in this division.
Do you think, like, so when the first goal went in, their heads went down a wee bit?
No, I didn't think we started the game at all, so I don't think the heads went down. I think it was a reflection of how we started the game as a team. I think probably what happened is Stranraer's tails went up rather than our heads went going down. But I look at their team and from the first minute through to the early in the second period, we never competed. I think there was 1 shot on goal in the first half. We should score 1 shot on goal, so we never played to a level that's anywhere near good enough. But I'd also say I thought Stranraer were good today. I thought they really pushed us hard.
I think we made it a wee bit hard for us at the end on. We got disappointed actually losing the 2 goals. I don't think they were the greatest of goals, but if we'd have I said 3-2 before the game, we'd have took it, you know. But we need to do better than that when we're 3-0 up.
That was a key to win, really, wasn't it? That's the whole thing, is to get the points.
Absolutely, at this stage of the season it's 3 points, so I believe that's us back at the top of the league unless Morton or Forfar have done something with Minico they seem to do every week. So I know I'm pleased that we're back top of the league, but still 2 games to go. We've put ourselves in a good position again. A few people doubted us last week, so we've showed a few people that we're still in there, you know.
In terms of going forward to next week, you can actually win the league if the results go your way as well.
Well, I know, but Morton will be looking to come down and they'll be soon. You know what I mean? They beat Stranraer, we can go ahead of them and they could be top of the league if Forfar don't win. So we'll see what happens next week. We'll take it. We'll get back in on Tuesday and we'll work hard and we'll take Thursday as well and then we'll turn up Saturday ready for it. You know.
Does preparation change at all when it's an evening kick-off like this?
I don't know, you'll need to ask the gaffer that, I'm sure he'll have something for us, but to be fair, he leaves no stone unturned, you know. Even all week the pitch was watered and stuff, and I think that was down to him speaking to the committee and stuff, and they've done a great job, and that suits us, you know. And we've came down a couple of times and it's been quite hard and stuff, so that the fact that the pitch was watered today made a big difference to us the way we play and stuff. So I'm sure the gaffer will have his plans for us for next week.
I think the last time Stenhousemuir came down, they started better than Stranraer, set the tempo. I thought it was the opposite today. Was that a conscious thing that the manager was hammering home?
Absolutely. Him and Stevie Farrell said that we need to start at a good tempo. I think we did that, as you said. I think that when we start at that tempo, teams kind of live with us. It doesn't matter who we are in the league, and when we start a wee bit flat, we struggle to get into a game and stuff. And I think the energy levels we've got in the team, I think that's the only way we can play, you know. But there's definitely a conscious effort to go and take the game to them and go and get in the front foot. And as you said, the last time we were down here, they went 1-0 up and we kind of struggled to get going and stuff. So it was good to get the first goal and then obviously take it from there.
Your gaffer touched on the same things you did. It was important to bounce back, maybe quite any critics to show you're still in the hunt here. Was that kind of the motivation today as well, that you feel as if you're kind of written off a bit too early?
Aye, obviously I think if you saw the dressing room last week at Dunfermline, we knew that we didn't do enough. We knew that we let ourselves down last week. We've had a few defeats this year like every team, but last week we knew we let ourselves down, we didn't play right. Probably a draw would have been a fair result, but it didn't go that way. Sometimes that happens, but it was a wee motivation. We knew that we know that every team's got tough games, Morton included, Forfar included, us included. So it's just a case of getting it there, taking a game at a time. And I know it's a cliche, but that's really what it is. You know, I mean, if we didn't win the day, obviously the result's going to Forfar, but we were saying in there, if we don't win the day, we don't win the league. So that was our own motivation, and when you get that and you've got that in the dressing room, then obviously it's to go and get the 3 points is the main thing.
Would you want to a club this size to win?
It'd be huge, you know. I was here when we were kind of near the bottom of the third division, and Keith Knox was the manager, and the gaffer was assistant at the time, and we've been together obviously through the leagues and stuff, and we keep going one better, you know. We keep always improving, and I even spoke to Alec Thompson a couple of months ago, and he was saying when he came here they couldn't even get socks, you know, and couldn't get through a team in the park, you know. So came a long way, but people are saying, oh, you've done well to get in the playoffs, you know. We don't want the playoffs, we want to win the league. And I think obviously again Forfar and Morton will be the same, but it's in our hands now. As you said, if results go next week we could win the league, but we'll just turn up on Saturday, we'll take it a game at a time, train Tuesday, train Thursday, and obviously see what we go. But of course it would be huge, you know.
No, so yourself, you've got one trophy already pre-match.
Aye, well,
I was champagne as well.
I was getting shouted on the warm up, and I was saying that I'd rather warm up and then I'll get it, you know. But no, it was nice, you know. It's nice, but there's 15, 16 players in there who could have had player of the year for them, you know. So it was nice, and it's a nice gesture and stuff. But I was hoping for a league championship anyway.
Like you say, the champagne's on ice until it's
Absolutely.
sorted.
I got a bottle of champagne, and I think Tiff wanted it, but I said they could have it after they won the league. So fingers crossed that we use it. But as I said, it's one game out of the way, 2 to go. It'll probably go right down to the last day of the season, if not next week. But we'll see where we go. So delighted with the day, just a bit disappointed with the 2 goals, you know. And again, if you'd heard the manager after the game,
We did.
yeah, well, there you go. So that's the standards we're setting, though, and obviously Faz was saying that, you know, that's the standards we've set ourselves. So it's good. I like that, you know. I've always been a champion of keeping clean sheets, and when you're 3-0 we should be seeing that. So we're a wee bit disappointed. In fact, we are disappointed, and could come down to goal difference, you know. But I suppose if you look through the whole season, you know, but defence have done great recently, I think. I'm not just saying exactly at the back, but we've done great, you know. We've sold a few 1-0 wins, and when we've got beat it's maybe only 1-0 and 1-0 and stuff. So boys up top did it today, you know. I know obviously Pettigrew scored, but we scored 3, so it's great, and obviously hopefully next week we can go and get 3 points and do the same.
You've been waiting for that.
Aye, well, it's been playing in my mind for a wee while. I've been trying my hardest to get in and get a goal there, so just delighted, and more a relief than anything that it finally came today. And I didn't think Wally was going to give it, because all season I've asked him for at least one in a game. Just give me a wee roll and I'll smash it. And at the last minute I just heard him saying, look in, and then he's passed it to Steph, and I think actually the ref was in between me and Steph, so I've had to kind of run round the ref to get onto it, but delighted, absolutely delighted, and obviously it's ended up being the important one. That's obviously we kind of got a wee bit nervous at the end there, losing 2, but just delighted to get the 3 points, and a massive 3 points for us.
Obviously you played your part in the second goal as well. I think it was your cross in.
I got a wee, I think I actually beat myself trying to get it on my left foot because it kind of rolled under my right foot, but I got it back to my left and kind of got a wee swing in, and Steph Sterling's just done what he's done all his career, just the wee dummy in, the wee touch into Sean, and he's finished it off, so I'm delighted to get a wee hand in that as well and help the boys.
How important was it for Stranraer to bounce back today?
Massive. Last week we were gutted after the defeat up at Dunfermline. I didn't think there was much in the game, as the manager said a lot this week. We didn't do enough to win the game last week, I don't think, but probably a 0-0 was about right for both teams. The draw didn't really dent us, even getting a draw last week didn't do much, but obviously Forfar we're still top, but just important we get back to winning ways a day, and a massive 3 points. It's massive.
Obviously a big game next week, but you're going to be on the sidelines.
Aye.
What are you like as a fan?
No good. I've not got many fingernails as it is, never mind sitting watching, so it will be nerve-wracking stuff, and obviously I didn't know last week before the Dunfermline game that I was only one away for a suspension. I didn't know, so especially when I see the tackle back, it was a silly challenge. There was no need to even go for it. I should have just stood up and let the boy go to the line, but I devastated. But I'll be there 100% behind the boys, just like Grant Gallagher was the day in the changing room, and make sure everybody's up for it, and it'll be somebody else's chance to come in and do their stuff and help the boys, so I'll be there helping them.
Just shouting yourself hoarse from the sidelines, I presume?
Aye, just I'm not looking forward to that at all, because as I say, I'll be trying to sit in my hands without biting my nails, and it'll be nerve-wracking stuff, but we're all professional about it, and we know what we need to do, and as I say, I'll be behind the boys 100%.
Obviously you picked up a few winners' medals at Auchinleck as well. How much is it the mental side of things when it gets to this stage of the season?
Aye, it is important. As I say, I had 6 great years at Auchinleck, and they've stood me in great stead even this season coming into Stranraer. Obviously I step up into the seniors again, but that mentality, as you say, winning games and leagues and the Scottish Cup with Talbot a good few times, it's definitely helped me out, and we know that what to get through games and how to see it out and stuff, and it's definitely an experience that's helped me, certainly. Again, the day we need to see that out, and obviously at the end up it was quite nervy, but it's as the manager keeps going on about, it's game management, making sure that we get the 3 points, and we get it, and that's what's happened. So it's definitely stood me in stead over the years, and again the day. So
I think when I spoke to you earlier in the season, you said your last senior goal for Ayr was a cracker. You scored a fair few long range efforts for Auchinleck. Do you do tap-ins?
I don't know, I don't think so, no, but I'm one of the kind of instinctive, I just want to turn and hit things, and when things set up for me, obviously a lot this season I've come in my left side, and it's frustrating that you hear the fans if it goes over the bar or something, but I'm quite comfortable on my left, so I like having shots at goal, and as I say, it's just been playing on my mind obviously all season. I've been just wanting to get that goal again, and delighted obviously I got it today, and as I say, I'll take a tap in if it comes, but I don't go up the park too much. I don't think, I just prefer just to defend it and see it out. So
you just be waiting for the highlights to go online then?
Aye, we'll see. Again, as I say, I can't remember much about it at all. I think it got a wee nick off the boy that's tried to shut me down, but the way I've had it, I don't know, hopefully it was going to anyway, but I just delighted it, and as I said to the boys there, it's been that long for I've scored that I didn't even know what to do to celebrate. I just jumped about like a bit of a lunatic, and I can't remember much of it. It was a bit of a blur, but delighted.